To borrow the framework of a lyric from American folk singer Stephen Stills, in this brave, still newish world of the transfer portal, if you can't land the wide receiver you love, love the one you're capable of signing. After higher ranked pass catching targets found second or third college homes elsewhere, Penn State accepted the Christmas Eve commitment of pocket sized Troy wide receiver Devonte Ross, the field stretching yin to the bully ball contested catch yang of initial Nittany Lion transfer newbie Kyron Hudson. Though he's not ultra twitched up like KJ Hamler, Ross can unscrew the restrictor plate and reach an extra gear on downfield vertical routes. At this point, Ross is a more refined route runner than Amari Evans, but just as capable of erasing seemingly safe coverage cushions in a heartbeat. This past season, in 12 games, Ross hauled in 10 receptions on throws that traveled at least 20 plus yards through the air for 398 yards and 5 touchdowns. For comparison, Penn State's entire 2024 wide receiver room brought in 15 receptions that traveled the same minimum distance in 14 games. Ross's reputation as an explosive playmaker tends to garner a ton of pre-snap attention when he's sent in motion, thus compromising the structural integrity of defenses and creating prime chunk yardage opportunities for others. You'd have to imagine that if he wasn't currently busy, trying to win a national title, Andy Kotelnicki would already be Willy Wonka-ing ways for Ross to trigger communication/assignment havoc and taffy pull to second and third levels of defenses. But there is a concerning elephant in the room when evaluating Ross and projecting his impact at the Power 4 level next season. And the elephant is that he's not an elephant. Officially listed at 5'11", which, judging by appearances on tape, is a short king Tinder profile height measurement, and 161 pounds, Ross will be the lightest Penn State wide receiver since pint-sized spark plug Davon Smith played 15 or so years ago. If you're wondering, KJ Hamler was 2 inches shorter than Ross but 15 pounds heavier. Jahan Dotson was just as tall as Ross, but 21 pounds heavier. And if you're banking on Penn State's strength and conditioning working their voodoo on Ross, just know that through 3 years at Troy, he gained a total of 1 pound. So there's absolutely no telling if adding strength or mass will compromise what made Ross a desirable portal add, namely his flux capacitor triggering speed. While it's not a total deal breaker, Ross's Kate Moss frame does have a few glaring drawbacks. Even with a step of separation, Ross sometimes can't shield long-armed defenders from reaching in and deflecting passes that should be automatic completions if thrown to an average-sized target. Also, as you probably guessed, Ross is often a stiff breeze away from being rerouted and has trouble surviving physicality that isn't close to getting flagged. Oh, and his career PFF drop rate of 12.8% is worrisome. Though Troy got away with lining Ross out wide on 80% of his snaps against Sunbelt level competition last season, expect him to occupy a slot exclusive but limited/situational role at Penn State.